So today I'm going to be showing you how to do this weekly home facial treatment. You're going to need a few products, so let's go through that. First of all, I'm using the GlyMed Peptide Firming Cleanser, and with that I'm going to be using the Peptide Micro Scrub. I love combining these. It's a super fun thing to combine and get a great firming action as well as some exfoliation. We're also going to be using the GlyMed Firming Serum. This is a great serum for firming the skin, producing more collagen or stimulating more collagen in the skin, and it also has tyrosinase inhibitors in there. So that means it's going to help to decrease and minimize those dark spots on the skin and help even out the skin tone. So it's firming the skin as well as addressing that uneven pigmentation. Then we're also going to be using the Resurfacing Night Cream from GlyMed, and we're going to be also using a rejuvenating peptide mask. We're going to combine these together to make a mask that you can sleep in all night. So let's get started, and I'll give you some tips along the way on how I customize this treatment and to get the most out of it. So first of all, we're going to start off with the cleanse. I am using the Peptide Firming Cleanser. I love this. All of these products, I think all of these products have the PC10 in there, and that's a biopeptide that is an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, as well as stimulating the production of collagen in the skin. So this is a wonderful firming cleanser that is also anti-inflammatory. I'll get my hands clean here. And calms redness and inflammation. So I've got dry hands, 2 or 3 pumps of my cleanser, massage that into the skin. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water just to get a little bit more slip. Now with this cleansing, and every time I cleanse, I like to include lymphatic drainage in my cleansing. So I'm going to be doing a lot of movements that just using my fingers to kind of cup the skin and press and drag lymph. Especially this area, all around here and under here, we really gather a lot of lymph and we can get congestion in this area. You can see for me, I even get congested in that area, and so I'm really focusing on with my cleansing is also moving lymph. We're also breaking up fascia. Fascia is that tension in the skin that actually holds those fine lines and wrinkles. We want to get lots of circulation going in the skin. So without rinsing this, I'm now going to go on to step 2. Step 2 is the peptide micro scrub. This has those conundrum crystals in it. So those are the crystals that they use in a microdermabrasion machine where they shoot onto your skin and then they suck it back up. And I don't like using the conundrum crystals in that way because they can break your capillaries, cause lots of little redness and irritation. I like to use it this way. It's such a really fine, nice crystal. And when you massage it into your cleanser, it gives you this really wonderful, even exfoliation that's beautiful on the skin. So a big part of us, so those of us who are worried about loss of firmness, wanting to keep that skin really firm and glowing, a big part of that is also keeping up with exfoliation, because as the skin ages, our exfoliation slows down. We want to keep those dead skin cells moving, coming off the skin, so that our moisturizers are absorbed better into the skin, our firming serums are better absorbed. Now I'm going to get my hands wet, get a little more moisture, and do one more nice massage. Like I'm buffing. We're getting in here and just buffing the skin with nice flat hands, working those crystals into the skin. Got the conundrum crystals in here and 2 forms of vitamin C. So great antioxidants, brightening, smoothing, and in the bathtub or the shower is the best place to rinse this. So some mornings I will do this treatment and I do it next to the sink. And then when I'm done, I'm at this point, that's when I jump in the shower and I rinse it off in the shower. Because rinsing off those crystals in running water is always easier than trying to get them off splashing at the sink. So I've got myself an Eco Cloth and I'm going to start that removing. We have a new Lush cloth. It's a new size. And I think that that will be actually really excellent for getting off the last of these crystals. The beauty of the new cloth is we have two sizes of Lush cloths for you guys. There's a 3-pack that comes with the little squares. And those are nice because they're so easy to throw in the washer, the dryer, use them whenever. But and everybody loves those, but I insisted that we also have another size. And I love this size. It is a rectangle. It's a longer size, so when you get it wet, you'll see I can use it with both hands over my face. And I like that it's a rectangle because it doesn't take too long to dry. It's not excess. It's just that perfect shape. Yes, that's what I want. This is the packaging, new packaging for these guys. And Celine's going to link it for you guys. So you can see how it's this shape. Now, instead of going square, because I felt square when I tested that, it was too much fabric. It took too long to dry. Just didn't work as nicely. So I love this one. And let's squeeze some water out of it. Here we go. And I love this because see how we wrap it? It's probably affecting my mic. But I can wrap it and I can get both sides of my face at once. I love this size. It's just dreamy. The dreamy size. And now, yeah, now I have all the crystals off my face. Perfect. Thank you, Celine. Extra long Lush cloth. Okay. Next step in our system is to feed the skin. When we're looking at feeding the skin, that's when we think about using our serums. And they're in a lighter base, they're smaller molecule, and they really penetrate well into the skin. So having used our micro scrub and the cleanser, my skin is now ready to receive that serum. So the serum I'm using for this facial treatment is that firming serum. Firming serum has those biopeptides as well as the tyrosinase inhibitors. Biopeptides are those peptides that are, it's called PC10, and they are anti-inflammatory, anti-redness, and they stimulate collagen production. So a big part of loss of firmness is the loss of collagen and elastin in the skin. And it's like a balloon. When it runs out of air, it just all starts to droop. We need that collagen to keep that skin up and plump. So applying my serum, I like this right up around the eyes as well, over the lips, the neck, and the chest, earlobes. This is going to even out skin tone as well as firm the skin. Okay, resurfacing night cream. So this is a facial, when you're doing the full steps that I'm doing now, this is a facial to do at nighttime before you go to bed. And the next step is the resurfacing night cream. This is a 15% glycolic acid. And in the past, I've been very kind of down on glycolic acid, but when it comes to GlyMed, they know how to do glycolic acid. So this is in a very nurturing, nourishing base. And it's actually very soothing. This actually strengthens the skin as well as reducing that surface rough texture of lines and wrinkles that can develop on the surface of the skin. I tested this when we first brought it in, and I used it every night for about 2 weeks. I didn't get any irritation at all. What I did get is the skin on my neck got very leathery, dry, and just rough feeling. So what was happening is it was stimulating the release of a lot of dead skin cells that I had built up on my neck, especially in those creases that we get in the neck. And then, so it was loosening up. The glycolic acid was loosening all that up, but it was not coming off. And I thought, oh, that's really interesting. So I ended up using, at that time, using the BioCell, BioRenewal Serum. biorenewal serum actually triggers the release of those dead cells. So I had all these cells kind of lifting up and but hanging on and being sticky. So I started using the biorenewal serum that whole next week, and then all the soft, beautiful skin was back. It just helped those cells to release. And now I'm using this not every night. I just wanted to test it to see what would happen if I did that. Now I'm just using it once or twice a week when I do this nighttime facial for my skin. So I've got my resurfacing cream on. The next step is the rejuvenating peptide mask. This mask has two types of peptides in it. So it's got the PC10, which is stimulating collagen, reducing inflammation, all those really pro-use things that we want for our skin. But it also has that acetohexapeptide 8 in there. So that is the muscle relaxing peptide. That's going to help to soften and reduce those tension lines, especially while sleeping at night, which is great. This mask has a really interesting, almost like a peach jelly. Doesn't look really that appealing, but it feels amazing on the skin. And it goes right on top of your night cream, resurfacing night cream. I put it right onto my eyelids, neck, ears, and then I leave this on, you guys, all night. This is my sleeping mask. It just stays on all night. It dries down after a little while, so I don't have to worry about it coming off of my sheets or my pillow, and just stay up until it sets into the skin. And this is a really beautiful firming treatment that you can do on your skin. Now, if you want to do this during the day, you can do the peptide mask. Just skip the step. Don't use the resurfacing night cream. Put on your serum, put on the mask, leave the mask on. Leave it on 10, 15 minutes, remove it, and then go about the rest of your skincare routine. And I've done that many times as well and have great results. I do want to touch base a little bit because I did talk about the firming serum. If you're using the firming serum because you want that firmness, this is one of our top selling serums, and you want that brightness, this is really great to use during the day. A new serum from GlyMed that just hit this summer is called Brilliant Tone. And I am supplementing my firming serum with Brilliant Tone. And the way you do that is by using Brilliant Tone at night, and you just use it once or twice, maybe 3 times a week. It's not something that you put on every night. I've done some experimenting with it because I always want to see, well, what will happen if I combine this and that. And I've even used it underneath the night resurfacing cream and had no problems, but it's not something that you would want to do every day. Brilliant Tone is a wonderful state-of-the-art brightening serum, and it's so potent that you don't have to use it every night. And what it's really doing for me is helping me to not collect as much dark pigmentation through the summer as I would normally see my skin getting. So that's been a really wonderful thing to add in. It's kind of my nighttime rotation of what I'm doing. So you can see my skin has dried down. I can even take off I can just do this as a date. It's really sticky, so I don't think I'll leave it on all day, but I will leave it on in the office here, probably for another hour or two before I rinse it off and then put on my sun protection and go about the rest of my day. Celine's grabbed another product she wants me to talk about.
This is really nice on top of firming serum during the day.
Okay.
I like that one.
Oh, even Ty likes that one. That's great. So peptide cream. Celine, I haven't got to test this one yet, so come tell us about what it does. Yeah, is this like a moisturizer or is it a serum?
Yeah, so
Wait a minute here, let's give you some sound.
See if you'll be able to hear me. So I'll link this product in a second, you guys. I know it's not going to pop up, but I will link it when I hop back over there. So peptide cream, this has been a surprise product for us. We didn't bring it on at first when we first brought on GlyMed because we hadn't tried it yet. And then we all started getting to test it out, and we discovered that it's like the best, like everything in one product. So basically peptide cream, you can use this as your eye cream and your face cream, your neck cream. This has skin brighteners in it, has strong antioxidants in it, It has peptides that help with those muscle furrows that you'll get around your eyes and in between
so they relax
your eyebrows.
Acetyl-hexapeptide base is what's going to help with those.
And what I like about it is that it feels really thick at first, but it totally melts down and then melts into the skin, and it dries down really nicely. So I have very oily skin, so I don't want my things to feel greasy on my skin. So this has a really nice finish, and it layers really nicely with firming serums.
I'll leave my mask on for just a little bit longer, then I'll remove it. Then I'll put on the firming serum and the peptide cream on top of that, and around the eyes. I'm really excited to use that around the eyes.
Yes, so it's amazing for anyone who wants a simple routine. You know, you want the benefits of peptides, you need antioxidants, you need some gentle brighteners in your routine, but you don't want to be layering a ton of stuff. Like if you're a busy mom and you don't have time to be layering all this skincare, it's just like an easy, like one and done. It's your everything product.
Get my cloth fresh and clean here. I'm going to quickly remove my nighttime sleeping mask. And I'm going to show you the two products that Celine recommended. For the minimalist who wants extraordinary results, that's coming up right now. The firming serum, this will go on first, lightest to heaviest, feeding the skin, and then the peptide cream goes on top. So let's get our firming serum on. GlyMed is designed so you really only need one full pump of any of their products when you're putting them on. Sometimes the exception can be if your skin is very dry and you want to get it all the way down to your chest. Remember, face here to here, all the way down. Firming serum can be used on the eyes to firm the eye area. And now let's dive into the peptide cream. Peptide cream. I'm going to do the whole neck and chest. So I did 2 pumps. I wanted to go all the way down. Around the orbital bone. Get that orbital bone area. Cheeks. I'm going to use one more pump. There we go. Neck. I can tell everybody's been using this. Everyone's liking it. There's not that much in there. And let's get one more on the chest. All the way down on the chest. When you go in Europe, if you go to France and have a facial, they treat you all the way down to your belly button. So it gives you an idea of what you can be doing with your skincare, really extending it beyond just here or just here up, but taking it all the way down, because when this gets really wrinkly and the skin gets unhealthy, it can age us. It's not as pretty, right? It just doesn't feel as good. We want this to be just as plump and soft and beautiful as our face is. Those Tassies do wonders for my hair. Just kidding. There we go. So that was the 2 creams, and I like it. It feels really nice. It does go on feeling very creamy, but it is drying down very nicely and doesn't feel heavy or sticky on my skin at all. Thanks, you guys, for joining me today. I hope you have fun. I hope you try some of these products, see how they work for you.